Hey, what's up? John Sonmez from simpleprogrammer.com. Today I have a question about confidence, dealing with a lack of confidence that I was asked. So this question, I'm going to read some pieces of this because it's a little bit long. Some of you just like to tell me your life story, and I understand that, but you know, it just doesn't work too well on the video unless, you know, we make a whole like movie. So here's the kind of the highlights of this. So, hi John, I stumbled on your channel on your YouTube and I wanted to compliment you about the work you're doing. Your videos, blogs, and your presence alone can motivate one to stop procrastinating. All right, that's what I like to hear. I also had a small question that maybe you could help me with. I'm a freelance programmer since 2007, although from time to time I take a regular job where there is less demand in freelance work. At the moment though, I am at home waiting to take my new job offer, but lately I am bothered about the fact that before taking another project, I have a lack of confidence if I'll be able to do it. Maybe it has to do with the fact that everything is evolving really fast paced, and maybe also because I'm getting older, 42 now, and I am being afraid that at some point I will not be able to do it. For example, right now I'm being asked by a company that developed a website for websites like Nike, Tommy Hilfiger, and KLM, so the bar becomes higher. Also, the demand and the pace at companies is more and more. I feel like this world is getting out of hand, or maybe it's just me. I would like to hear your thoughts on this. Thank you. So I lied. I guess I did read the whole question. I guess it wasn't that long. I was just whining. So here's the thing. You should always be. This is a good place to be. A lot of people are very uncomfortable with being uncomfortable. They're uncomfortable in being places where they don't feel 100% confident, right? And the thing is, you know, I did this video, I did this talk called 5 Soft Skills Every Software Developer Should Know. And it's not about the soft skills. What it's really about is how the only way that you grow in life is when you become uncomfortable, when you put yourself in uncomfortable situations. And here's the thing that you got to think about here. So you want this. You want to live your life. You want to always be pushing the envelope. It's good that you've got these butterflies in your stomach, right? It's good that you're not 100% sure. It's good that you're pushing the envelope and you think that you might fail. That's not only what causes you to grow, but also gives you that adrenaline rush. It gives you that energy to be able to go and hit it hard. You know, it's really easy to get into this comfort zone where your life is just comfortable. And I did this video, again, I'll put you another one, how my life changed over 7 years. Okay, you can see my life 7 years ago. And a lot of people were shocked by that. I was surprised how popular the video was, because to me, I mean, it was crazy, wonderful what happened, but it wasn't as shocking as some of you found it. And that's because I found that most people, that nothing like that ever happens. That, again, and I attacked some people, quote attacked some people, and some people were offended by this, but I said that I still know a lot of my old coworkers, you know, no offense to them, but they've been doing the same thing for the last 10 or 15 years. Their life hasn't changed hardly one bit, except that they have more gray hairs. And that's a sucky place to be. You don't want to be there, okay? And so the only way to avoid that is to constantly put yourself in situations where you're going to be uncomfortable, where you're going to be afraid, where you're not sure if you can make it, where you might fail, right? You might fall off a cliff and die, right? That's life, right? And the more that you put yourself in that situation, the more that you'll rise to the challenge, the more that you'll grow. And you might fail from time to time. You might fail with a lowercase f. You only fail with a capital F when you give up. So you have a choice whether or not you want to fail or not. So what I say in this situation is great. That's good. You should feel this lack of confidence. You should go ahead and do it anyway, right? Because, and I'll tell you, just about every single job I've ever taken, I've always been unsure if I could do it, right? I've always had this lack of confidence. I wouldn't call it lack of confidence. I would say it butterflies or nervousness or unsure of myself, but I did it anyway. I got the job, and when I got there on the job, it caused me to work really hard, And all of a sudden, you know, within 2 weeks, 3 weeks, I was mastering that job, and I was like, oh, this is easy. I'm comfortable now. I can do this job. And I think you probably, if you look back at your own history and your own career experience, you'll probably find that you have a similar experience. Most of us do. Most of us take jobs that we're not prepared for, you know. So do this. Stretch it. Whatever someone will hire you for. I mean, if you can get a spectacular failure in your life, just a spectacular failure, that's one of the best things you can possibly experience in your life. It's not comfortable at the time, but man, when you shoot so far above where you're shooting for the moon, and you just fail spectacularly, you learn a great deal about yourself. You learn a great deal about your environment, and you improve. You drastically improve. And sometimes, every once in a while, when you shoot for the moon, you hit the moon. If you like this video, click the subscribe button, and we'll shoot for the moon together. I'll talk to you next time. Take care.